we have a real property tax service committee meeting. I'd entertain a motion to approve the minutes from the prior meeting. Peter, second. Thank you, Mr. Supervisor. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Okay, we'll skip right to the action here. Item 4, we sent out an RFP, and Lex, you wanna give us a rundown?
Sure. We got the results back the end of last week. Julie reviewed everything, and she gave me, there was a total of 7 of them that came in. We did send out, they sent you a link, so everybody they could get to it if needed. If anybody wants to review it, they can. I do have a couple of copies we printed out, if anybody else wants to see it. Also, I do have the other RFPs down there, the other bids down there, but, the way the RFP is written, if we choose, we go with the low bidder. If we choose to not go with anybody, then we don't go with anybody, but I would recommend the low bidder. They put everything on that we were asking, from the work plan that we had gotten from, Clark Patterson Lee. So, these guys break it down a little bit differently. In here, they add a couple of tasks in that, weren't on, like, they do like a field preparation services, which is coordination with laboratory and subcontractors, and they do a preparation of the site-specific health and safety plan. That's their task 1, and they also have a task 2, which is a GPR survey. The other ones are our tasks that were included in the preliminary. And then in the site characterization, they have the same as us. So, except for their task 1 is not our task 1. It's again that field preparation services. But otherwise, it's everything that we asked for is what is in there. So, I kind of would move to go forward. I can go over dollars with you. They came in for the whole project, which is the Warrensburg property as well as the Johnsburg property. Warrensburg would be the preliminary phase 2 and a site characterization, and Johnsburg would just be site characterization, and their dollar figure for all of that would be $25,069. The second bidder was $31,950, which is a difference of $6,881. So,
Who was that?
the second bidder was Beardsley Architects and Engineers, and then the third bidder was Environmental Products and Services of Vermont.
Did Clark Patterson even bid?
They did not bid, nope.
Interesting.
So, but anyways, what I'm looking to hopefully get you to do is, I would like to put 2 resolutions out there. 1, to enter into a contract with these guys, and 2 would be to, move funds out of the Environmental Testing Reserve Fund. However, I don't wanna move the full amount of the $25,069 because with the Warrensburg site, we would really only wanna do the preliminary assessment. We would hold off on the site characterization till a later date, till we saw results from the preliminary assessment. That's kind of the way we've done it in the past, but we do wanna move forward with the site characterization, which is all the, wells and the water sampling in Johnsburg, so that we would have that information, for hopefully to use in the summer when it comes to maybe getting into the grant with the state.
So how much would that be without?
Without, it is going to be $18,073, which we do have this money, available through the Reserve Environmental Testing Fund.
I'll move that.
You wanna move that, Matt? Do I have a second? Yeah, okay.
And so is that for both resolutions?
Yeah,
then,
that's
the contract, so do we
and the
need to do
fund?
this separately for 2? No?
That's what I was thinking.
Just one.
I was gonna say, 1 resolution.
Okay.
Well, it's 2 separate resolutions.
No.
That's how I have it drafted up, but.
Well, we just made it 1.
That's fine,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
totally fine. And then we would hope to be able to take that to finance after this meeting to be able to get the money moved, so it'll
Let's
all
move
go
forward
through
with
it.
the low bidder to source of funds to be.
Out of the reserve, environmental
Correct,
reserve, okay.
yep.
Yes,
So,
Great.
adding these up, I didn't get 25,669. I got 21,650.
When you added,
Page 1 and page 2, am I missing another page of the,
I'm adding though for Johnsburg and Warrensburg.
right, yeah?
And I have the bid tabulation sheet right here in front of me, and their grand total for, Eco, let me get to the last page, sorry. When you add up their two figures, it comes actually to 23,650, and then they have a plus 6% profit. That's the portion of the money that they actually make.
Okay.
So on the bid tabulation sheet, that's what it comes to, and then it comes to a grand total of 25,069. So I did add that 6% back in that they would need on the stuff, so that's where it comes to that, figure that I'm looking for of the $18,073.
Okay.
Peter?
Just as an observation, I think, this appears to me anyway to be an example of really the way the bid process is supposed to work. I mean,
Correct.
we went out, we did it by the books, and it appears as if we got an excellent bid. And just quickly going through the credentials of some of the principals in the ecosystems, I mean, they look like they've got very strong credentials, so again, I think Doug, brought this up at one of our meetings, and I think it
Yeah.
seems to have worked out.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm a big believer in setting out RFPs even for smaller projects, and it seems to me we saved $3,000, because if I recall, Clark Patterson said they would do it for $21,000 without the additional fees, so, and they didn't even bid on this one, so this comes in at $18,073, so it looks like we saved the county $3,000. Just from, if we had not put it out for bid, we would've been going with Clark Patterson for a little over 21,000, so. Good things happen when we do things right.
You hope. Anybody, anything else? Being no further discussion, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion's carried. Do you have anything else, Alex?
That's all I have. Actually, I'll let you know, we are moving forward with the auction stuff. Hopefully, next week we'll be getting those stuffed, and then they'll be going out, all the petitions will be going out in the mail. I believe it's probably by the end of the week after, so we're actually plugging along.
I have, one issue I just wanna bring to the committee's attention. I got an email from a Queensbury resident, I've discussed this with John as well, concerned about, a business taking part of the property from the Glens Falls watershed, which is tax exempt, and actually running a business from there. The issue is whether or not we tax them, and it would be the business, not the city of Glens Falls. And, it's not much money involved. Basically, they have a well on the site, and they have a little 10-by-10 shed. They've got a little gas generator. They come to the site, and they draw water from the well, and they truck it to where they process it. So, the assessed value went from 0 to 100,000, so at some point in time, we'll need to address that. Okay? Anybody have any questions? Anybody have anything to say pertinent to this committee? I'll entertain a motion to adjourn. Doug? Okay. Adjourn. Thank you very much. Can I go home?
Doug, do you want to
Thank you.
I give you permission.
You want to stop and see Amanda, they have the name of the student that they're recommending for
I
the
have an
excellence
extra copy
award.
right here.
I don't want to bring up the finance, because I don't want to spoil the surprise.